Our number 17 was coming from linear programming, and then it was a word problem. As you can see, you can pause the video, then you first go through the question. If you want inequalities, we covered also inequalities also. You visit the playlists, you scroll down, you will see inequalities as a full topic with many videos. So that's how this question. You can pause the video, then you go through the question, then you start answering it. There are 154 supporters of a soccer team who have shillings 200,000. All the supporters have to support their team for the match. So now, if you go through the question, then we come to the questions. Write down the 5 inequalities. Now, in my solution, I start with the obvious inequalities, the easiest. They're telling us that X and Y are the number of trips made by the bus and taxi. So X is bus, comma, Y is for the taxi. Okay, so now we know that at least each bus should make at least a trip or 0. The other obvious inequality is Y greater or equal to 0, that a taxi should also make at least 0 or more than 1 trips. Then we come to now to pick more inequalities. So these are 2 already, we need more 3. Now we come and read and say, they're telling us that here, from here, the capacity of the bus is 42. So meaning, X is the bus I have, 42X plus the capacity of the taxi is 14, so 14Y. But remember, these ones are transporting 154 people. So meaning they told us all the people should accompany. So all these, they should be at least 154. So they should be able to transport all the 154 people. So then we come to the next one. They're telling us that each trip for a bus and taxi costs this. So meaning a bus costs 30,000 X, then a taxi 20,000 Y. But remember, these people have a total of 200,000. So meaning, if you add these, they should not exceed that amount, the 200,000. Okay. Because you cannot use what you don't have. So meaning, the maximum they can use is 200. They can use the money below, but they can't exceed 200,000 because that's what they have. Then the other statement here was the number of trips made by the taxi. So RY, the taxi exceed those made by the bus, which is X, by at least 3. So if I have X for the bus, to get the number of the taxi, I add there 3. They should exceed those made by 3. Or someone can say Y minus 3 better than X. So those are our 5 inequalities, and so we can use them to get now our boundary lines. So from here, to simplify them, this one I can divide through by 14 to get 3X plus Y greater or equal to, if you divide by 14 there, I think you get, is it 11? I think you get 11. Then this one, you can divide through by 10,000, you get 3X plus 2Y less or equal to 20. Then this one is just that. Then we come and we get our boundary lines. The boundary lines, we just change the signs of these to equal signs. So 3X plus Y equals to 11. Then we have 3X plus 2Y equals to 20. Then we have Y equals to X plus 3. Then we also have these ones, X equals to 0, then Y equals to 0. So those are our boundary lines. Now you also get the intercepts. When Y is 0, you divide here by 3, you get, I think, 3.7. Then when x is 0, y is 11. Those are the intercepts. So I'm getting the intercepts on each line. So here, when y is 0, when y is 0, x is going to be, I think, 6.7. Then, when x is 0, I have, I think, 10. Then here, when x is 0, y is 3. And then when y is 0, when I put here 0, so that my x is going to be -3. As simple as that. So these ones are obvious to draw. Now I get my ruler and then I come and I put this one. But you have to be careful with the lines they are taking. So I start by plotting this one, 0, 11. 0, 11 is there. Then 3.7, 0, 3.70 is going to be somewhere there. Then its inequality was greater or equal to, meaning the line is solid. So then I put there my ruler there, and I put here, so I can join those two. So this one is going to be our inequality. I mean our line, which is 3x plus y equals to 11. Okay, so now I come to next. I have 6.7, which is somewhere there. Then I also have 0, 10, which is somewhere there. The line is solid. So the line is solid. So I'm going to also put it there. I'm saying solid because we covered these topics already. If you want to see more, visit the playlist. So this one is 3x plus 2y equals to 20. And I come for another one, 0, 3, which is here. Then -3, 0, which is around there. Then I'm going to put it there. Then I draw that line. But this one is dotted because of this inequality. So it is dotted. So this is our line. It's dotted. Y equals to x plus 3. Okay, so now can put in the inequalities. Put the inequalities there. This is greater because of the dotted line, so this is greater. Then this one is, I think, was greater or equal to. Then this one was less or equal to, like that. Okay, now the one x equals to 0, this line x equals to 0, and this one is y equals to 0. This is y equals to 0. This is our x equals to 0. Because we cannot make negative trips, we immediately shade that side there. Also this one here. We shade those two. Then we come and we test the test point. The easiest test point to use is this one, which is 1, 1. When I test now for the first one, I'm going to start by testing for this one here. If I'm test now that one, I think let me use this as the test point. Let me test them from here. For this one, when I put 1, 1, I have 1 times 3 is, so I'm using the test point as 1, 1. 1 here I get 4, then I have my 11. 4 is less, so meaning where I have this point is unwanted. For this line here, so it's unwanted, so I mean because it's opposing the sign, so I shade there, it's unwanted. Then I come to this one, I'm using the test point as 1, 1. I have 1, this is 4, and you see it's greater. So meaning, I think you can see this one is, y is 1, x1, this is 4. So 1 is less than 4, which is opposing this sign. So meaning where I have obtained this point, I shade. Meaning where do we mean? This line is, here is above, here is below. So I have obtained it below. So it's opposing this, meaning I shade there like that. Then I come to the other post point, which is 1, 1. Here I'm going to get 5, 20. This is less, so this one is satisfying. So I can't shade this side because it's satisfying. So I shade now the above, based on that line. So that now our feasible region is going to be this here, and this because it's the region that is going to satisfy all the 3. So now that is our feasible region there after testing. Okay, so the question was asking, put the nuclide on the same axis and then show the region satisfying all. So this is the region that satisfies all. In simple terms, is what we also call as, what we call the feasible region. So the feasible region is this one that satisfies all the 3 points. So this region here satisfies all the 5 inequalities. That region there. Okay, then they are saying, show the satisfying all the time the number of trips that each can make. Now, if I want to do the feasible region, I want to get first of all the points. So it's that my points here, I have 2, 8 on that line there. So the points are going to be 2, 8. Then I have 1. Okay, let me get it. That's here. I have, I think this is going to be 2, 6 around there. I have this point there. I have 1, 8 there. Then I also have, which one do I have? I also have the 2, 7 around this line here. So I have 2, 6, 2, 7, then 1, comma.